Good Erev Shabbos. As we know, this year Rosh Hashanah falls out on Shabbos and Sunday, and so there will only be one day of shofar blowing this year. That will be Sunday, because the Mishnah in Rosh Hashanah tells us that when Rosh Hashanah falls on Shabbos, even though they did blow shofar in the Beis HaMikdash, we do not blow shofar anywhere else on Shabbos. The Gemara explains that the reason for that is because in the Beis HaMikdash there was a concept of Ein Shvus B'Mikdash, that they would not observe the decrees of the rabbis within those limitations within the Beis HaMikdash itself, but everywhere else they would. And as a result, this is a gezerah midirabanan, that we do not blow shofar on Shabbos. What is that gezerah? The Gemara writes that it is because since most people do not know how to blow shofar, they may go ahead, carry that shofar with them to learn from an expert, and they'll end up carrying the shofar through Rosh Hashanah on Shabbos, which is a Isser Min HaTorah, which is a biblical prohibition to do so on Shabbos. It's the same reason that Gemara points out that we do not take lulav on Shabbos, and we do not read Megillah on Shabbos, because we may end up walking through Rosh Hashanah carrying these items, which again is a Isser Min HaTorah. And this is in fact brought down in Shulchan Aruch that's the case, and this is of course what we do. It is a Yom Zichron Trua as opposed to a Yom Teruah. Even though it is a mitzvah min HaTorah typically to always blow shofar, it's the biblical commandment of Rosh Hashanah is to blow shofar. Still, there's a concept in Halacha that yesh koach biyad chachamim lachkor davar min HaTorah b'shei v'al, that the chachamim, the chazal, the rabbis had the ability to uproot, to tell us, do not perform a particular mitzvah by simply telling us not to do something. The Chazal cannot tell us to go ahead and proactively violate or transgress a prohibition of the Torah, but if they tell us to simply be sheval tasid, to not do a particular action, that Chazal were allowed to do, and that's what they instituted here. And in all of these cases, in the case of shofar, in the case of lulav, in the case of Megillah, well, Megillah maybe they're midirabanan, but at least shofar and lulav, which are clearly mitzvahs min HaTorah, Chazal still were able to say, because of this concern, we're going to ask you not to blow shofar on Shabbos, even though it is typically a mitzvah min HaTorah. We will have the opportunity, of course, to remember it, to recall it in our tefillah of Zichron Trua, and of course on Sunday we will have the opportunity to fulfill the mitzvah min HaTorah of actually hearing the shofar. But this is the Ratzon Hashem for this Shabbos, for this Rosh Hashanah. And that is the reasoning behind it all. Have a fantastic Shabbos and a good year.